from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Let's go. Just like that. Under team.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll buy some time right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The Dolphins at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check back 6.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game. That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused a well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Desmond King back deep. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on it. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Najee Harris with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to air it out for Dorsett.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Play action. It's Tannehill. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Do what?
That's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
That's not even who I wanted to give it to. Like, what the fuck?
They had that red from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 2 and now on 1st down. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the screen, this is Edmonds.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Dolphins
of course it is.
extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
I just didn't want to get the.
Morstead out now.
I just didn't want to get the 4th one.
And that one will bounce out of the back
right.
of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw, Tannehill. steps away. And this one is incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to
None of my
plays
fucking players to catch.
He's already been intercepted in this game, and the coverage, they continue to challenge.
I do. I inherited a 1 in 16. What do I care? You know.
So after the incompletion on first,
And none of them can do shit. Yeah, I traded for him.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot for the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
There you go. There you go.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases.
Yeah, that's not the record.
He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you
I had somebody get 8 on me.
Defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 13. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of...
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on the...
And his pass is intercepted.
That's not even who I want. That was nowhere near where I wanted to throw. That's why I don't even care, bro. This thing doesn't do what you want it to do.
Solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard
I
line.
pressed the fucking button. It gave it to you guys. The guy I wanted was a short route. Why the fuck did he overthrow it? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. Fuck this game.
And get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good.
Yeah, I don't get into the dynamics
The
of shit,
Dolphins
dude.
at the line ready for their next drive. They'll
Right-handed,
start
left-handed, they should do what the fuck they do. It's a game. It shouldn't be like...
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking
Yeah,
technique.
I don't know if you know, but old boy scored 100 points on me.
Not an easy
So.
spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
It was my first game. I forgot who the fuck it was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to
No.
throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside
Nah.
the 15.
I forgot who it was. But the thing is, I helped him. I ran into the end zone, got some safeties. I told him, like, when it got to 70-0, I was like, yeah, bro, just get the 100, dude. I text him. I'm like, just get the 100, dude. I don't give a fuck. And I helped him. I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and play this game, dude.
If they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go.
My players are slow as shit to react. Like, nobody does what they're supposed to do. It's so dumb, dude.
Morstead out now.
I'm hitting the
following
turbo button to
touchdown
make them
kick.
run, and they're slow as shit. Look at, he should be faster than that.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now
get it. There you go.
Here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop.
I had the controller down.
He's
I'm not
at
even
the
lying.
50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I just picked the play and put the controller down.
To red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped.
You can do what you want. If it lets you, shit.
In the air and whoosh. There you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell. Coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 15.
And I just picked up Najee Harris, like, last game.
And the Texans are able to
Tannehill, I picked him up.
fumble by turning it into 6 points.
My first game, which was like 4 games ago.
Now Crosby for the point after.
Yeah, Steelers traded him.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Yeah, he traded him for some other shit. I was like, whatever. He took somebody. He took my running back.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Yeah, that's who it was, Pierce. I don't give a shit. This team sucks anyway.
First down Miami as they
I'm
get
gonna do
set
it
to
again.
start the drive.
Pick a play and just put the
Their lead
controller down.
21-14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I noticed that the last game that I played, I did that, and it was the same result. Like, it was just, it's better off without me even.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now Tua going to keep it running left. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
You see? That's the same shit that happened to me.
They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
I hit triangle, it gives it to the L1. I hit L1, it gives it to square. Like, it's like, what the fuck, bro?
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Tannehill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, 37 yards. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He's checking. Ready, go.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one goes for 8 yards. Back now in Miami. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off a play action, Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
from the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
No, I'm over here looking for the fucking punt, and I can't find the fucking punt.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
It kept telling me field goal. Again, dude, what the fuck? Punt the fucking ball. Where is it?
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Tua now on first down.
Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jonathan Grenard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll roll him out right. And the reception made by Green. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rolling to his right. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Edmonds, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Yeah, we dominate today.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill on the move to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
That did absolutely nothing what the fuck I wanted it to do.
At their own 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On play action, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A.J. Green from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. And now did he step out of the end zone? Yes, he did. The referee says he stepped out, and that is going to be a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium with this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
How did he get the ball back? I never touched the ball.
Ready, yellow, 43.
58 Mike, 58 Mike.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that.
Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but
and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Here we go.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Check hot, hot, hot. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Come on. Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed.
Striker, 3-3. Ready, go.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame. His nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Drill, 52.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And
how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Houston, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.